Welcome where curiosity becomes dangerous. Time keeps the world alive. It keeps the oceans moving, the winds flowing, the planets orbiting. It is the silent engine of existence, the one thing that never stops. But what if, for one night, it did? What if time froze, for everyone except you? This is a fictional thought experiment, a scientific and cinematic exploration of what would happen if time stood still, leaving only one human being unstuck from reality. Part 1. The moment it happened at 02:14 a.m., during the quietest hour of the night. You woke up abruptly, unsure why. Maybe it was a strange dream, maybe a sudden chill, or maybe something deeper. You sat up, looked around your room. Everything seemed normal. But then you noticed the clock. The second hand wasn't moving. You tapped it. Nothing. You grabbed your phone. The digital clock was frozen too. No blinking dots. No refresh. No movement. Still. You checked another device. And another. All timekeeping devices were dead. Then you realized it wasn't just the clocks. It was everything. Part 2. The world without motion. You opened your window. The world outside was silent. Not nighttime silent, a deeper silence. An unnatural one. The leaves on the trees stood perfectly still. Not a tremble. Not a shiver. A stray cat in the street seemed frozen mid-step. Its paw hovered above the ground like a statue. You ran outside. Cars were stopped in the middle of the road. A woman on a bike remained in the exact moment before turning her head. A streetlight flickered, but froze mid-flicker. Even the clouds in the sky were motionless, carved into place like painted scenery. You touched a falling raindrop suspended in the air. Cold, solid, like a bead of glass. Time wasn't slow. Time wasn't broken. Time had stopped. Part 3. Why you can still move. Scientists would later propose hypothetical reasons why one person might remain unaffected. Theory 1. You were at a quantum boundary. Maybe your brainwaves were at the exact frequency needed to slip between temporal states. Theory 2. You were in a transition state of consciousness, mid-dream, mid-awake. A neurological glitch that unofficially made you unanchored. Theory 3. Space-time didn't freeze uniformly. A temporal ripple passed through Earth, and you happened to be in a low-resistance zone. Theory 4. You were the target, or the accident, of something that didn't belong to Earth. But these were theories that came later. In the moment, you didn't know any of this. All you knew was you were the only moving thing on a silent, frozen planet. Part 4. What do you do when time stops? At first you panicked. You shouted at people who couldn't hear you. You waved your hands in front of unmoving eyes. You tried shaking shoulders, pushing arms. Everything felt solid, heavy, unresponsive. You were alone. But then curiosity took over. You explored the frozen world, streets like photographs, birds suspended mid-flight, a city stuck between heartbeats, reflections that didn't ripple, voices trapped in the air, never reaching their next syllable. You could walk anywhere, touch anything, open doors without consequence, stand in the middle of the highway without fear. The world was yours, but emptier than you ever imagined. Part 5. The dangers of a frozen world. It didn't take long for you to realize something terrifying. Without time, your body didn't heal. Your hunger didn't increase your heartbeat, didn't speed up your blood, didn't clot your metabolism, didn't function. You were effectively a snapshot of yourself. You wouldn't age, but you also wouldn't recover. One wrong move, one cut, one injury, one fall, and you might stay injured forever. Time protects life. Without it, you were fragile. Part 6. The discovery. After wandering for hours, you noticed something unusual near the horizon, a faint shimmering glow, like a heat distortion, moving, alive. Nothing else in the world moved. You approached it, slowly. As you got closer, you realized it wasn't an object. It was a boundary, a curved, invisible wall. On the other side of it, time seemed to flow normally. Rain fell, winds blew, lights flickered. It was as if Earth had been sliced into two temporal states, time frozen and time normal. The boundary moved like a bubble drifting across the world. You reached out with your hand. The moment your fingers crossed the boundary, click, the world roared back to life. Sounds, wind, voices, motion. You fell to your knees, overwhelmed. Lights turned. Engines roared. Life continued. Time resumed. And nobody noticed anything had happened. To everyone else, only 1 second had passed. Part 7. The aftermath. Scientists eventually detected a faint gravitational pulse at the exact moment the phenomenon ended. A pulse from outside the solar system, moving fast, powerful, and strange. Some believed it was a natural cosmic wave. Others thought it was a dimensional fluctuation. But a few whispered something else. Someone paused us, and then someone played us again. Epilogue. The question left behind. Days later, news networks reported thousands of people worldwide experiencing a strange sensation, a sudden feeling of lag, as if the world had briefly skipped a frame, as if a heartbeat went missing. But only you knew the truth. The world didn't skip. It stopped. And if it stopped once, it could stop again. Like, share, and subscribe, because time keeps us alive. And one day it might forget to move.